Hey there, drone fans. Rick here again from Drone Valley. Well, it's New Year's Day 2019, and I just wanted to take a minute and thank everyone for the amazing support you've shown the channel over the last 12 months. This was a wonderful year for the Drone Valley family, where we got a chance to check out a lot of new and exciting technology and review it on the channel. We met a bunch of interesting people in the field at launch events and conventions and snagged a couple of cool interviews with those people, and I really like doing that. But more importantly, and this is really what it's all about, we had our quads up in the air a lot. We got a chance to fly all over the country, over forests and lakes and different areas we hadn't seen before with family and friends and fans of the hobby. And that's really what I love. I mean, that's why I do this channel, is to try and explain the technology behind what you're using so you can use it better and have more fun with it. And I'll be honest, I've said this before, it's a very humbling experience for me to sit down, goofy guy that I am, in front of a camera, put a little clip together about something I think is interesting, post it on the channel, and have you guys give me the kind of feedback you've given me. And again, I just can't thank you enough for that, because it's so inspiring to hear that you're finding value in the clips. That makes me want to do 3 more clips that day. Now, I'll tell you a funny story, and I'm still kind of on the fence on this. You guys help me decide. Before I did the channel, I talk about technology all the time. You can imagine what I'm like at a dinner party. I can't shut up about technology. So I talk about it in the car. I talk about it at lunch. I talk about it with the kids. And one day they came to me, actually my son came to me and said, "Dad, you ought to put a YouTube channel together and talk about this technology in the YouTube channel." My wife overheard him and said, "Yeah, honey, you should get downstairs and start recording clips." My daughter chimed in. So they were all fans of it. And I thought to myself, big ego that I have, well, that's great. They're endorsing me. This is wonderful. I'm going to do a YouTube channel. But the more I think about it, I'm not sure if that was actually it, or if it was just like, we're so tired of hearing you talk about technology, go downstairs and put some clips together and leave us alone. So unfortunately, I love talking about technology, and I'm going to do it on the channel, and that's something I'm hoping you guys are going to enjoy. You seem to enjoy it so far, but if I get into something you don't like, just turn the channel off, move on to something else. But anyway, that's enough about that. So I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about the channel's future in 2019, because I've given it a lot of thought, and I love technology. I love every aspect of technology. I love drones. I fly them. I love them. You guys know that. But I play with so much other technology. I play with automated robots. I do home automation stuff. I do Wi-Fi mesh networks. There's a ton of things that I can't even get into that I want to talk about on the channel. And I'm always worried that if I expand the scope of the channel too much, I'll bore the drone guys. But I have to believe that if you're into drones, you're on the leading edge of technology. There's so much inside of a drone that's space age technology that you're going to be interested in some of the other stuff. So one of the things I'm going to do with the channel this year is expand it gently into other areas. I'll be talking about home automation. I'll be talking about mobile technologies, charging technologies, Wi-Fi networks, ambient computers like the Alexa products, and some of the other stuff that's out there, because I find it so interesting. And we're such lucky people in a lot of ways that the explosion of technology that's taking place right now just provides a vast sea of new technologies that are difficult to understand sometimes, and I want to help you guys figure that stuff out. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Second thing I'm going to do on the channel, spend a lot more time out in the field doing interviews with people and trying to get my hands on new gear. So that's something we've done pretty well this year. Expect that to expand next year considerably. We have a Patreon channel as well that I haven't really spent a lot of time on. I post clips over there, and I stay sort of in touch with the people on Patreon, but I want to do more for that community. And what I think I'm going to do over there is I'm going to start some podcasts where I'm on that channel just with audio clips or short video clips talking about very specific topics. That'll be kind of a Patreon only channel for those guys to view that kind of stuff. So if you want to support the channel, you can jump over there, check out the Patreon channel, and I'll have different content on there than I do on YouTube. And I'm doing that specifically because I want to start doing podcasts. I spend a lot of time on airplanes and cars and stuff, and I think of things that I want to talk about that I don't have time to put a clip together for, so I think a podcast would be really helpful over there. So those are the things we're going to be doing in the new year. And again, I love the feedback, so let me know what your thoughts are on any of these things I'm talking about, and then we'll move forward from there. Now, I also think at this time of year, I'm not big on New Year's resolutions, but I usually make a couple that I try to stick with. And here are the 3 that I'm going to adhere to this year. And I'm hoping that these will resonate with you, and maybe you'll take on some of this stuff as well. The first one has to do with the way I view my daily activities. We tend to fall into this rut of thinking we have to do stuff. I have to go to work. I have to get that thing done. I've got to write this article. I've got to clean the basement. And I'm trying to change my perspective a little bit to think that I'm able to do that. That I have the right to do that, that I'm given the opportunity to do that. So I'm going to try and change that from I have to do that to I get to do that, which means it just changes your whole mindset to say, I get to go to work. I've got a decent job. I get to spend time with my kids. I get to go out back and enjoy the landscape. I get to fly a quad. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is to try to change my mental state and be more open to that. The second thing, which I think is super important in these interesting times, is to try to be a little bit more in the middle, because I feel like as a country, and I know I'm getting political here, but as a country, we've drifted into these two camps, just among friends. Like, I have very good friends that have wildly differing views than I do on any number of issues, but I tend as a person to seek out the people that don't agree with me necessarily, because I want to understand their perspective. I want to find out what it is that drives them to a particular conclusion. And that's kind of a gut check on my opinion as well. But talking to them, they may move me more towards the middle. But I feel either way, if we can find some common ground as opposed to what divides us, that would be really important. And I don't want to get preachy here, but for me, I'm going to spend a lot of time talking to people with differing views, trying to move them a little bit closer to me and me a little closer to them. And that, I think, is a healthy thing for the country, because, man, we need it right now. The third thing, which is super easy, and I'm going to try and help you guys with this, is I really believe that laughter is a huge component of life. I think if you laugh, you're less stressed, you're less angry, you're less critical of people. So I laugh a ton. I laugh all the time. I'm laughing thinking about laughing. So I'm going to do what I can to keep you guys laughing this year, but I'm going to tell you, if there's an opportunity to laugh, laugh, and laugh loud, laugh with a belly laugh, because that just releases endorphins in your brain and it fixes your stress. It does a whole lot of good things. So try and laugh more in the New Year's, all I'm going to say. So that's pretty much it. You know, and I'm a big fan of the Beatles and John Lennon, and he said, another year over, a new year about to begin. This is a chance for all of us to look at the next 12 months as a clean landscape, a clean slate, and decide what our lives are going to be, how much flying we're going to do, how we're going to help other people. I promise you I'm going to do some pretty exciting things on this channel, so stay tuned, because I'm totally excited about this brand new year coming up, and I want to make this an interesting, fun, and amusing journey for you guys if you stay tuned to the channel. So thank you again so much for all the support you've given us. Again, I'm humbled by the response I get and the people that are supporting the channel, and I just love doing this. So expect big things from us in 2019. And that's pretty much it. So until next time, happy flying.